But yet, we're always trying to succeed at something. And you see, that something that we're trying to succeed at, keep going. Again. That something is what drives you. That something is what drives your thoughts, it's what drives your emotions, and it's what drives your actions. It makes you part of who you are. So we need to ask a very important question of ourselves tonight. If we're chasing, if we're trying, maybe even at a low level, trying to figure out what success is, what is important, what matters in our life, what is it that we're trying to accomplish? And if we're trying to accomplish whatever it is we're trying to accomplish, how do we know that we accomplished it when we get there? And most important, can you get there? Can you actually get there? Or is it just some fantasy process? And that's all it is, it's just a process. Is there much more to it than just that? So, we define success by what I like looking at these 5 P's here. Everybody's familiar with them. Power, prosperity, position, prestige, pleasure. And that helps us kind of go into that road to define, well, what is it? How is that going to help me understand what matters? So is power then the first one? Is that the secret to success? Everybody in here, I'm sure, I hope, right? You've heard of a guy called Adolf Hitler? He had a lot of power. A lot of power. But if we were to define success on Hitler, we couldn't do that because that would mean we would be condoning his actions. That's not power. That's not, that's not success. There are hundreds of successful business people, community leaders, government people, all of them with lots and lots of power. But along with powerless, broken marriages, failing families, and ruined reputations. The common philosophy is that if you're going to succeed in business or in anything, you have to somehow forfeit something for your success. You have to put something on the shelf. Have you ever heard that? Mm-hmm. You have to sacrifice to get ahead, right? And we get a little confused because I don't buy that. You don't have to put anything on the shelf. I mean, that's crazy. We'll get to that too. Prosperity. What about prosperity? Materialism. That's killing our culture. Would you agree? Right? It's killing us. But having money and possessing things aren't necessarily wrong in and of themselves. It only becomes wrong when we become so obsessed with those things that we begin to miss the purpose and the meaning for life. What matters? How about position? Position, some people say that position defines success. Anybody ever heard of Ferdinand and Imelda Marcos? I would say they had position, right? But I can't say that they had success the way that they behaved. You see, it all depends on how we define success. But position alone is not a worthy measuring stick for us to define success.